Hello and welcome to Cool Prints Today. I'm Tim, and this video is actually going to be the Riley Hopkins 6x4 press unboxing, part 1. This press actually arrived on a semi-truck, and that it required a forklift to bring it off the truck and bring it down to the ground, and then pallet jacks, of course, to get it into my shop. They spared no expensive packing. This thing was packed wonderfully. They used a lot of wood and a lot of screws and kept everything intact. Of course, the shipping on this was a little over $200 just for the shipping on this product. This press was actually bought back in 2016, so this is a little bit older video. Currently it's 2019 on the January 14th. So here I'm just removing the screws to get these panels off the side. This press is really heavy. Here I'm just removing the panels. I try to speed up the video when I'm removing the screws because it took a little while. Taking off the screws to the back panel now to remove it. Setting that to the side. Again, this is video 1 in a couple video series. I broke it down so that way it's not as long per video. Here I'm just removing the sides now. They want to make sure that stuff doesn't get away. That's for sure. Here you're looking at the beams for the stations here on the corners. It's got some shrink wrap around it. I got to cut that loose. I should have used this knife. Here you'll see in the video where I tried doing it with my hands, and then got to the bottom that I actually needed a knife to get through. Again, my channel is called Cool Prints Today. It's going to be 3D printing prints, and it's going to be screen printing prints and heat transfer prints. Eventually we'll get into the mugs and that sort of sublimation printing as well. So make sure you subscribe and thumbs up if you like this content. I'm going to try to do a video, at least one video per week, maybe sometimes more than one. At least a minimum of one video per week. I want to be interactive too, so just make sure you reach out to me, and if there's something you want to cover, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Right now I'm just removing the platens, setting those to the side. It comes with 4 platens. That's why it's 6x4, 6 color, 4 station, or 4 platens. I was so excited to get this press in. The one prior to it was a DIY 4-station 6-color press that I built myself out of plywood and some other material. Worked really well, but not as good as this current press right here. So one thing I've got, the philosophy I've got is DIY until you make money on it, and then make sure that what you're trying to do actually makes money, and then buy the good stuff. This press is wonderful. One thing I would do a little different, I would actually spend the extra money and get the joystick registration, which makes life a lot easier. This has micro registration, but the joystick would be just a little easier to get the registration quicker. Again, just removing the station arms. This press is very heavy duty. I don't have it on video, but it took 3 of us to actually move it from here to the stand that you'll see at the end of the video. Everything's mounted down really well. On the platens, when I'm printing, I use this adhesive type of material that it's like a sheet that goes over it, and it's the heat doesn't affect it, and you can roughly at 1,000 prints per sheet before you have to remove it. But it keeps the platen clean and keeps it going. I used it on the last big order I had. I had an order of 2,600 prints that I used, and it's still actually the sheets are still on there, perfect, no problems. The 2,600 order was front and back, so it's double the prints. Try and keep things tidy as I go here. Inspecting things as I go to make sure everything is good and complete. This box contains screws and some other things for registration and assembly with instructions. Set those to the side for now. Sorry for the picture quality. This is one of my older cameras that didn't do as well as my newer ones. Now I'm just removing the screws to the base that was attached to the pallet. This press was a little over $2,000, which is not bad for the investment that it was. The return of investment that I've gotten back from it has been phenomenal. Please check in the descriptions below. Those are my links for products that I have, which helps the channel and brings some funds in, so I can continue making these videos. This stand right here, I actually built this stand. If you look below is the DIY conveyor dryer that part of the beginning of the building of that. I'll cover that in another video if you're interested. It did really well with the large order that I had just a while back for the 2660 shirts that I did. The only thing about this stand is it's a little high for the press. But I couldn't make it any shorter because it requires some clearance for the top of the dryer. So I'm kind of making it do as I go. And this thing is so heavy that you don't see it now. It's off screen. I get some help to actually put that on there. So we'll be back in a little bit with the next video showing the assembly of the rest of the press. Join us again. Again, this is Tim saying thank you for checking out my video. Bye.